spend the day in the kitchen with me getting ready for the children going back to school after Easter half term. I'm going to make jam tarts and stewed apple tarts for lunch boxes, a big batch of granola for breakfast. I'm going to make a tin loaf, so we've got the bread and then also some bread rolls, so they can have rolls someday or sandwiches some days. I'm obviously making tonight's dinner, so I'm going to make a nice chicken pie with a lovely little pie topper made with fresh short crust homemade pastry. So that's the plan. Spend the day with me. Let's see what we get done and see how long it takes.
When I'm making quite a lot of things, I like to batch things together during my batching. So I did all of the pastry first. I made enough to be able to do the jam tarts, apple tarts, and then the pie topper, which I spent quite a bit of time on. My first batch of jam tarts were a bit of a disaster as they bubbled out all over the cases in the oven, and they would have been fine, but they tasted burnt, so then I had to do a small mini batch. I also realised I had some mozzarella in the fridge that needed using up, so randomly decided to make 4 pizzas, and so then I did a big batch of dough so that I had enough to do the tin loaf and a batch of bread rolls for the week ahead. Once the pizza dough had proved for 45 minutes, I just rolled them out and topped them, and then I flash freezed them for about 45 minutes uncovered so that they were nice and firm, and then they were ready to wrap up in tin foil, and they'll be perfect just to cook straight from frozen out the oven whenever we fancy pizzas next time. I then moved on to doing a big restock of granola because we get through that quite quickly in this house, and I'd actually nearly run out of date syrup, so I thought that might affect the size of the pieces of granola that I got and how well it set, but it did not. It set really well, and actually, if anything, I had larger pieces, so I might tweak my recipe slightly. The chicken pie topper took me way longer than I should have spent on it. I think I spent 45 minutes on it, but to me it was time well spent because I find it really relaxing and it just looks so nice. I almost don't want to cut into it. But that was everything that I got through on that Sunday afternoon. So 4 pizzas, some jam tarts, apple tarts, but a smaller quantity, granola, a tin loaf, some bread rolls and a chicken pie dinner.